Hey, I thought this would be cool to show my progress of what I do with Blender in the next month, and I'll just be uploading one of these videos showing you what I'm doing. Bring you guys along for the journey. If you guys want me to do more of these videos, please let me know, and I will maybe do tutorials. I'm not anywhere close near that, but I can get something done for you guys. And if you guys want me to do more of this, I'd love to do it. I'm learning it for the first time, Blender. And without further ado, let's get into it.
So for this throne room, I got inspiration from Greek columns in sort of a throne room. So really trying to understand my learning here and implement it into a nice throne room, and basically transforming objects and manipulating them in small ways. Coming back to it now, edit mode would have been very helpful, but I did not know that yet. But overall, I'm proud of the end product. I put some detail in there that I'm proud of, but overall the throne room looks kind of nice. As you can see here, this is on the Eevee render, so not bad. The throne room I didn't get on that time lapse, but a basic idea, just once again manipulating the objects easier. The lighting is okay, you know, we hadn't really talked about that. But then we have cycles here, which makes it look very different, but overall a more realistic look, which was very rewarding to the eye. Once I got this idea, the throne room, I kind of kept with this like medieval like age and started to work on a sword, as you can see here. So once again, I really haven't learned much, and I did not piece these pieces together, I just stacked them together. Didn't know edit mode again, once again, so not the most efficient way of doing it, but overall got the end product done. I really wanted to make sure I had good detail here and kind of just plan this out on the spot, but overall understanding what a sword looks and knowing what shapes to use when was very helpful when not knowing how to use edit mode. But yeah, overall, it's important that I learned the materials, and I was now kind of messing around with the other things other than the color, like the roughness and the tint, to make it more feel like it's metal. Though I did not know most of them, I did some exploring overall. Figured it out quite well. As you can see here, I use them all to rotate, and here now I'm just kind of making the scene, trying to make it feel like it's in some sort of armory with weapons. As you'll see in the end product, I added some things that are not in this time lapse, but once again, just applying my knowledge that I've learned into a nice scene so I can better understand what we're doing. And here is the final product. So you can see I added a spear, and there's like a shelf to the right, with some cans and another sword. Hard to tell, but overall, very happy with the product. And that was week 1.
So it's been a week, and I'm 5% through the course that I'm taking, and we've done a lot, as you can tell. I've done the throne and the sword, the still picture, and I'm quite proud of that. And yeah, but we're just scratching the surface now. We are going into manipulating the objects into whatever like shape we can manipulate it with vertices, edges, and faces. So just getting complicated, but it's definitely making me be able to create exactly what I want. But it's getting more complicated, but we're going for right now is a castle. So yeah. I'll let you know if there's any problems or anything in the voiceover, but yeah, let's just say time lapse. So, at this point, I had just learned edit mode, but basically only manipulating vectors, edges, and faces, mostly vectors. So what I'm doing here is I'm
making these vectors and then placing in the faces to make a castle wall. So this was a definitely. I now realize that there was a lot of quicker ways to do this, considering that in edit mode, if you add an object in edit mode to an object, then it stays there in object mode, which I did not know at the time, but you know, it's better off learning it. And so now, as you can see here, make a full wall. I just duplicated one wall over around, and we're trying to make a nice scene now. I thought the castle did need a little something, so I eventually add towers. I do not have a fully rendered version of this because, this was more of just not necessarily a final project to show off, more of just learning how adding vertexes works. And overall, I feel like I learned my lesson here, and definitely am glad that I did this because now I know I got down manipulating edges.
So it's Saturday, May 23rd, and I've been about to finish section 2 of my course. I'm about 11% done with the whole thing, so this is definitely the beginning, but we're working on a Mayan pyramid, and basically the last thing is to open your freedom. So I'm gonna make it kind of look like it should be actually somewhere in Aztec, like somewhere, so we'll have like some nice trees and everything. Yeah, it's the goal for today, but we're really getting into the nitty and gritty and really customizing the mesh objects as much as we can. Yeah, so here's you guys gander at what I'm doing.
Learning new tools now from the online course, I was able to start doing my own thing. So right here, I'm trying to make a tree, but give up on that, and just trying to make this tower, or this Mayan pyramid look very well. Right here, I was kind of going for this idea of a rock wall, but it doesn't go into it. So now I'm doing the coloring. Overall, just it wasn't shown here, but I thought it would be cool for you guys to see what I was doing. But learning how to extend a face from something, or vertex or edge, was very helpful and proved to be extremely effective in the future. But overall, this was a very helpful. Now I'm just trying to put details, just trying to have fun. This was a part of the class where he let you do your own thing, and I like to really bump up my creativity. And now, knowing how to do the faces, I was able to color in objects on one face, which was very helpful. But now is here the big project. I'm going to achieve to do the Everton logo, which was a very big project, and from what you'll see in the time lapse, it seemed very simple, but it got more complicated. Oh boy. Anyways, it got more complicated as it went on, because the way I made the letters as I did, as you'll see soon, is that I did vector by vector when it changed path, which did work for some of them, but as there was a lot of problems, as you could tell, that it's not going to work great with the E, O, and the A, which was definitely a problem that I had to counter. But for now, in this time, I definitely learned a lot of lessons to how to manipulate, and I was able to really achieve what I was going for. One thing, though, is that I forgot to do is that in the end product you'll see soon is that I did not shade smooth, which is something that I regret not doing. But, it's fine, I could do that whenever. But overall, this was just a project I really wanted to achieve, and overall I think it came out pretty well, as you'll see soon. But honestly, replicating from an image, making images as reference is extremely helpful. But here's the end product. So as you can see here, it got done, and it was done looking pretty well, but overall looking pretty nice, and I like it. And here's me. It's about 12:40, Today I completed my Everton project of the logo. It went well. Probably the biggest problem I had was creating the vector so like it was exactly what the font was for the logo, but with the A, O, and E, I had trouble making holes inside of it, and there was a lot of bugs with that, and I'm sure it wasn't the most efficient way of doing it, but that's the way I got it done. I eventually figured it out and found a more efficient way of doing it, so it got done. Let me know if you guys like it, but I just started. I was doing beginning onto the next section where it's a long-term thing of making bowling balls, a bowling ball and bowling pins, like explosion or like crash scene. So this is a long-term project, so there won't be as much individual work, but I'll be bringing you guys along for the ride, and of course I'll be doing private projects as well. But yeah, this is about halfway through. I'm excited to see what's in the future.
Brutal run, but we're almost at the month, and the bowling is officially completed, as you've seen, and we're working on a low poly chess set. So I'll be taking you guys on that, and I'll be showing you more of the process with time lapse. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite a month. I have been working on specifically the class right now, and you guys saw the bowling alley, as I said before, the bowling. But I haven't been doing much right now because I've been very much attached to the lecture and exactly what they're doing, and I'm really trying to do these bigger projects now. We're working on a low poly chess piece, which is being a lot of fun, and but I haven't done much free time. But I'm sure in the next part of this 2 months, I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot more to show you guys. There's gonna be a lot more content in the next one. But yeah, so overall I'm pretty proud. I feel pretty comfortable. I really feel like I know the basics, and even though I do need some memory help with some ideas, overall I feel like I know the direction where he's going. And right now this is kind of this chess piece project is more of just like going a little more in depth in the things that he's told us before, so I can already kind of tell the direction where he's going. But I just want to show you guys, it's low poly, so I'm here's what I've been working on. I just finished it. Now I haven't done the material or anything, but yeah, that's the first pawn. Proud of it. Definitely has a low poly look and looks pretty appealing to me. Yeah, in the beginning of the next one, you'll be seeing the end of this project. You'll probably be seeing time lapse of me doing a lot of the other ones, like the knight or rook, or whatever comes ahead. But I just want to thank you guys for coming along the journey. This has been 1 month of what I've been doing. Definitely things have changed, but I feel more confident, and I'm definitely going to be in this for the long run. Yeah, let me know if you guys enjoy this. If you want to see me do some challenges, maybe I could do that, build something by myself, make tutorials. I'm very new at this, but I definitely put in the time if that's what you guys want. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye. Can't what